Friends, during this giving season, several members and friends of First Congregational Church, United Church of Christ are offering reflections on the ways this community of faith is making an impact on their lives and on the world. Today, I am delighted to welcome Rod Wendt to this place.
Thank you, Allison. I'm Rod Wendt, and I was asked to share experiences from my own life where the church has changed me. And since I'm a new member at FCC UCC, I will draw on my experiences in two previous churches. About 50 years ago, a young pastor at our church in Cincinnati, Ohio, did a stewardship sermon. He asked Barb and me to consider how we spent our money and what that said about the priorities in our lives. I will never forget the feeling when he asked, "How much did you spend on Christmas gifts last year? And how does that compare to your giving to the church last year? Did you spend more on one day of celebrating the birth of Jesus than you spent on an entire year supporting the work of Jesus? And how does that compare with your priorities?" Well, we had never celebrated Christmas in a big way. We didn't even have children then, but it was bigger than our pledge for sure. And he went on with several more examples equally powerful. That's when Barb and I embraced planned, purposeful, proportionate giving. Giving that is first fruits, off the top, consciously done, proportional to our income. At first, it was painful, really painful. Our giving muscles had to be developed. But over time, it felt really, really good. Supporting the work of the church we love is important to us, and now we support FCC UCC. My second story involves supporting our GBLTQ+ neighbors. In 2000, our daughter came out as bisexual. And I was not in a very healthy place on that issue. And I quickly learned that our church at the time, not a UCC church, was also not in a very healthy place. But choosing between loving our daughter and following the teachings of our then church was easy. Love your daughter. When we moved to New Hampshire a year later, our search for a church had only one absolute requirement. And I would say when we moved to the Portland area 3 years ago, it was exactly the same. It had to be an open and affirming church. And under the guidance and support of that church in New Hampshire, I soon found myself testifying to the New Hampshire legislature in support of marriage equality for all God's people. And our bisexual daughter called me up and said, "Dad, do you realize how far you have come in support of GBLTQ+ people in such a short time?" And I cried. Yes, churches change lives. Barb and I cannot wait to see how our lives are further changed by your new FCC UCC church home. And Steve, in light of your sermon, and in light of the vigil for transgender people, I'll be there. Thank you.